Am I wrong for being upset at my girlfriend's reaction after my uncle passed away? Last night, my uncle passed away. It was sudden, devastating, and hit especially hard because we were close. I grew up with his presence in my life. When I heard the news, I was shattered. I messaged my girlfriend, someone I've shared a deep connection with for years, someone I trusted emotionally, expecting at least some comfort or warmth. All she said was, "Damn, condolences." That was it. I was stunned. I stared at the message for a while, thinking, "That's all you have to say?" I didn't expect her to write a novel, but I also didn't expect the most generic, detached response imaginable. We weren't strangers. I thought we had more than that. So I reacted, not even aggressively, just disappointed. I told her that the message felt cold, that it hurt coming from someone I thought would show at least a little more emotional support. Then she hit me with this. "I already told you that I did not know and I don't know what to reply. I sent my deepest condolences and IDK. What more you want? Please be reasonable. Whining like a child won't work. Just communicate properly, then it'd be quits." And later, "It wasn't my fault that it triggered me. Blaming me for how I reacted is just..." At this point, I was just speechless. Somehow the focus shifted to her feelings when I was the one grieving. Instead of saying, "I'm sorry you feel this way," or "I didn't mean to sound cold," I got told I was whining like a child. So I responded with something short, not dramatic, but enough to show her she missed the point. "I've had an idea about you, but not to this extent. Now I know." Now she's upset at me for being too cold, saying I always try to flip things on her. But genuinely, all I wanted that night was a bit of comfort, not a script, just real human emotion from someone who knows me well. Instead, I got blamed for making her feel bad for how she reacted. So, am I wrong for reacting the way I did? For expecting more from someone I considered a big part of my emotional support system? Update 1, 53 days later. It's been a month since I broke up with my ex, and honestly, it's been a roller coaster. I ended things for a lot of reasons, but one moment that really stuck with me was when my uncle passed away. I was grieving, trying to process everything, and her response was just, "Damn, condolences." I don't know, maybe some people wouldn't think much of it, but to me it felt cold, dismissive, and it showed me how emotionally detached she was at times when I needed someone to lean on. That moment stuck in the back of my head. But that wasn't the only issue. Whenever I tried to reach out, she always seemed unavailable. Either she already had plans or she'd give some flimsy excuse. I felt like I was putting in the effort to keep the connection alive, while she just kept me on the back burner. Eventually, I realized I couldn't keep pouring myself into something where I was left hanging most of the time. After we broke up, I thought things would just fade and we'd both move on. But now she's begging me to come back. She said stuff like, "You're trying to make me hate you," or, "If you want me to stop caring, then I will." It's manipulative, and it got even worse. She threatened that if I don't reply to her, she'll hurt herself. That messed me up because it feels like she's using guilt to try to pull me back in. On top of that, she somehow got into my personal account, changed the password, and locked me out. I had to make a new one just to be able to move around online again. It feels invasive, like even after breaking up, she's not respecting boundaries. I don't know what she's trying to achieve by all of this. I broke up with her because of how drained I felt, and because she wasn't really there for me when it mattered. Now she's pushing even harder, but all it's doing is confirming why I had to walk away in the first place. I don't hate her, but I can't go back to someone who made me feel so unsupported and now tries to control me with guilt. Update 2, 10 months later. About 2 weeks ago, something happened that I still can't fully process. I was walking from my house to 7-Eleven at night, and mind you, we broke up like a year ago. We live about 15-20 minutes apart and use the same road, and I ended up running into her. At first, she was crying. I tried to keep it calm and said something like, "It's been so long, why don't you try to move on already?" I think that triggered something. She suddenly pulled out a cutter and started attacking me. I tried to stop her, but I panicked and used my arms and hands to shield myself, which honestly just made things worse. I ended up getting stabbed multiple times in the shoulder, back, and neck, along with smaller cuts from trying to defend myself. I eventually lost consciousness. When I woke up, someone was crying near me, a random student who had been walking home and found me. They called the police. I don't fully remember what happened right after that, but I was taken care of and survived. She ran away. From what I've heard, her family is hiding her now. I'm recovering physically, but mentally it's been a lot to deal with, and if anything, this confirmed for me that I made the right decision. I don't hate her, but I'm done. Completely. If you want more context, you can check my post from about 8 months ago. I'll try to update again when I can. Edit 1. Thank you to everyone who's been checking in and leaving kind messages. I really appreciate it. I'm doing okay, but not fully okay yet. I have a lot of small cuts and a few deeper wounds, especially around my neck, so recovery's been a bit rough. Physically, I'm healing, just slowly, and mentally it's still a lot to process. As for my ex, she's still nowhere to be found. From what I've heard, her family is hiding her. I've also been getting a lot of hate from some of her friends, saying I deserved what happened and sending me pretty messed up messages. I won't lie, that part's been really depressing on top of everything else. Right now, I'm just trying to focus on healing and taking things day by day. The support I've gotten here honestly helps more than you think. Edit 2. Just to address a few things I've been seeing in the comments. Yes, the police were involved. A report was made when I was found and brought in, and I've also personally followed up on it after. The case is being worked on, even if I don't know every detail. I'm not from the US, so things don't necessarily work the exact same way some of you are describing. I did receive medical treatment. I'm not going to go into full detail, but I had multiple cuts and a few deeper wounds, especially around my neck. I'm still recovering, both physically and mentally. For those telling me to press charges, that's already part of the process. I've given all the information I can, including who did it. Right now it's in the hands of the authorities. As for her, she still hasn't been found. From what I've been told, her family is moving her around through relatives, which is why it's taking time. To the people saying this is fake, I honestly don't know what to tell you. I wouldn't make something like this up, and I'm still dealing with the aftermath of it. If you don't believe it, that's your choice. But this is my reality right now. And to the people who've been supportive or concerned, thank you. It genuinely helps more than you think. Final update 10 months later. A pretty major update happened recently. She's been caught. The police found her at her grandmother's house after her twin brother finally came forward and told both us and the authorities where she was hiding. Apparently, he couldn't handle the guilt anymore after finding out everything that actually happened to me and seeing the condition I was in. From what I know, she had been getting moved around between relatives to avoid being found, which explains why it took so long. I still haven't fully processed the fact that this is real. Part of me feels relieved knowing she was finally found, but another part of me is honestly just exhausted from everything. Physically, I'm healing slowly. The smaller cuts are starting to close up, but the deeper wounds, especially around my neck and shoulder area, are taking longer than expected. I still get random pain and stiffness, and sleeping normally has been difficult. Mentally, though, I think that's the harder part. Even after everything, some of her friends are still constantly harassing me on social media. I've been getting messages telling me to kill myself, saying I deserved what happened, saying she should have finished the job, and accusing me of ruining her life by speaking up about it. At first I tried ignoring it, but after a while it really starts getting to you, especially while trying to recover from something this traumatic. I've been saving screenshots of everything and passing them along when needed. Also, to the people on Reddit who told me to try playing Tetris after the attack, I genuinely laughed at first because I thought it was a joke, but it's actually been helping me more than I expected. It gives my mind something else to focus on during bad moments, and weirdly enough, it calms me down a bit. So, honestly, thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Right now, I'm mostly trying to stay off social media, recover properly, and focus on getting through this one day at a time. And genuinely, thank you to the people who've shown support through all of this. I know strangers on the internet don't owe me kindness, but it's helped more than you probably realize. What do you guys think? Let's discuss in the comments. Follow and like for more stories.